I got bisexual hands. These hands is bisexual. They'll go from doing this, look, they'll go from turning them punches to...
When Lil Durk checked himself into rehab, Charleston White went full savage mode. No hesitation. He straight up clowned Durk, calling him a dope fiend after a fan tagged Durk in a post. Charleston didn't waste a second. He just let it rip. But that was only the beginning. It got even more disrespectful when Charleston popped up in a photo with Lil Tim. Yeah, that Lil Tim, the one connected to the tragic incident that took King Von's life. And if that wasn't enough, Charleston had Durk's own song, All My Life, blasting in the background while posing with Tim.
Think so? A lot of heat on Durk, man. We gotta quit playing the blame game because I'm already making this kind of money. I'm not finna put my partner next to me.
It wasn't just shady, it felt personal. That move hit deep, like a straight-up message aimed right at Durk. Now let's get into this whole snitching mess. Charleston's been loud about one thing. He's been saying Durk allegedly linked up with the feds to pin charges on King Von. It's a wild accusation, but Charleston's been doubling down on it for a minute now. And when Gunna took that plea deal in the whole Young Thug Rico situation, the streets went into chaos. People instantly started calling Gunna a rat. It got so bad, even Lil Baby and Durk unfollowed him without saying a word. But Charleston wasn't buying the act. He accused Durk of playing both sides, being fake.
Durk signed Von.
Man, the label allowed him to sign Von. The label pushed him. The label pushed Von too now. Gilly, Wallow, I blame people like them. Steve, everybody who embraced King Von is who I...
Durk signed Von, Charleston kept pointing out, and that's where the drama starts snowballing. Let's rewind to February 5th, 2019. A man named Alexander Weatherspoon got hit outside the Varsity restaurant in Atlanta. He survived, but the story didn't end there. Months later, both Lil Durk and King Von were arrested for that same case. Here's the twist. There was real evidence stacked up against Durk. One witness even claimed they saw him pull a strap during the hit. Imagine that, being seen as close as family in the rap game, only for people to start whispering that you might have flipped on your own guy. And Von wasn't even here anymore to speak up for himself. Now that's the kind of scandal that don't just disappear. That's the chaos Lil Durk is stuck in right now, and it's getting uglier by the day. Charleston White, the loudest mouth online who never misses a chance to stir the pot, is putting Durk on straight blast. He's accusing Durk of snitching on King Von and setting him up, and the timing couldn't be worse. Durk's legal heat was already boiling, with his trial pushed back to October 14th. And now this.
Firearm during the commission of a felony, participation in a criminal street gang activity, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm.
It's like someone lit a match on a gas leak. The internet's buzzing, and it's looking like Durk might not be ready for the storm that's about to hit. Now everybody's eyes are locked on the paperwork, combing through every detail. Things are starting to look real shady, and Charleston's going full throttle, dropping receipts all over social media. So what's the truth here? Did Durk really flip on Von to save his own neck? Or is Charleston just reaching for clicks again? Either way, this mess is sticky. And let's not forget, Durk and Von weren't just business partners. They were locked in tight like brothers. Durk brought Von into OTF, gave him that spotlight, helped launch him into the game. Von always stayed down for Durk, repping him hard in interviews and all over social media. But now, people are questioning all of that loyalty. Charleston's turning up the drama, making folks wonder if Durk really betrayed someone who had his back no matter what. And this beef between Durk and Charleston, it didn't just start yesterday. There's been tension for a while. To make it even wilder, there's talk of surveillance footage showing Durk's arm hanging out of a moving SUV, letting shots fly. All signs at the time pointed to both Durk and Von being involved in that Atlanta case. But then out of nowhere, October 2022 rolls around, and boom, all charges against Durk dropped, just like that.
Durk and Lil Baby, they unfollowed Gunna.
Lil Durk told on King Von. That's how he beat his charges. Lil Durk told on King Von. That's how he got his charges beat.
People can't help but ask, how'd he walk away clean while Von never got the chance to clear his name? No warning, no explanation, just poof, gone. Yeah, you heard that right. While Lil Durk walked away with his record clean, King Von, who was already gone at the time, ended up being found guilty in the same case. Fulton County's own DA, Fonnie Willis, even said straight up, if Von was still alive, he would have been indicted, no question. So how is it that the evidence was stacking against Durk, yet it's Von's name that took the full hit? Something's not adding up, and that's exactly why folks are now calling Durk out, accusing him of flipping on Von. One minute, they were calling each other brothers, and the next, Von's the one blamed while Durk walks free. People are saying Durk let his day one take the fall, knowing Von couldn't defend himself anymore. Charleston White didn't waste 1 second. He jumped in, calling Durk a full-blown snitch. But wait, it gets even crazier. Some folks believe Von was being set up way before he even passed. And here's where things start getting real sketchy. The red flag, Lil Durk's lawyer, Nicole Mormon. Now here's the wild part. Von once recorded a strange moment where Nicole, dressed up like airport security, was seen searching him at the airport.
Von get into a situation where they had and once Von got killed, he blamed Von for the pistol case or whatever.
Yep.
Nigga,
yep.
That was his partner. Don't he wear V-Roy on his hat representing Von?
Yeah.
How you blame Von? No.
It looked random at first, but then people started digging into her background and it started looking real suspicious. Turns out Nicole wasn't just some regular defense attorney. Nope. Before joining Durk's legal team, she worked for the state for almost 5 years. Not only that, she used to be a felony probation officer and was even part of a specialized task force. Translation: she had serious ties with law enforcement on the inside. And now people are wondering, was she really defending Von and Durk equally? Or was she already moving funny behind the scenes? This whole situation is looking way deeper than just court papers. She knew how to move slick, real undercover, real smooth. Now folks are starting to ask, was that airport search just some routine check? Or was somebody already setting Von up to look like the wild card in the duo? Think about it. If Von kept landing in trouble, there were only 2 ways out. Either locked up or laid out. And either way, that meant Durk walks away clean. And guess what? That's exactly how it played out. Now with Durk getting arrested again, Charleston White is back talking wild, claiming that karma's finally coming for him. But he's not just throwing shade at Durk. He's going after Von's whole family too. One person he keeps targeting? King Von's sister, Kayla B. Charleston's been trolling her for years. But when she finally spotted him in real life, she wasn't about to let it slide. Kayla hit X, formerly Twitter, and said, "Why, I just seen that Charleston White, whatever his name is. I would have beat his behind, but the police was right there."
Want to see Lil Tim.
I was his mother asked me to be in a documentary, so I went to go narrate and do the documentary, so that's why I was there.
And of course, Charleston had to clap back. He fired off a disrespectful post that had the whole internet buzzing. He said, "Dear King Von's sister, I want to kindly remind you that your tough dead brother was slumped at a club in Atlanta for trying to fight a little skinny dude. I'm sure you don't want to join the hump in the ground gang for thinking you tough too. Also, I embrace your brother's kiss." Yeah, he really said that. All that fake talk Charleston had before about love and respect for Von, thrown out the window. In his interview, he didn't hold back one bit. He even told Kayla B straight up how he really felt. It wasn't just messy, it was flat out disrespectful. She better watch her back. Yeah, Charleston really said that. But Kayla B ain't just some keyboard warrior. According to FBG, she was a real savage back in the hood. He even warned Charleston straight up, if Kayla wanted to, she could line him up and maybe even finish the job. And let's be real, Charleston might want to think twice before he runs his mouth on her again. Cause Kayla ain't the one to play with, but no matter how crazy this gets, one thing's for sure, the truth always comes to light. If Charleston White's telling the truth, and Durk really did flip on Von just to walk away clean, then Durk's street cred is hanging by one thin thread. But if Charleston's just out here chasing clout and spreading lies, then Durk better say something fast before these rumors spin even further out of control. Either way, this drama, it ain't slowing down. The streets are talking. The internet's on fire. And every day something new is popping off. From courtroom twists to family beefs to old footage that keeps resurfacing. This whole story's still unfolding in real time. So now it's your turn to speak up. What do you think? Did Lil Durk really snitch on King Von to save himself? Or is Charleston White just stirring the pot for attention again? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to hear the real street scoop. We'll catch you on the next one.